Hello. Today is day 12 of my denture implant journey. And I have to report out that things can't be going well enough for me. I literally have zero complaints. Zero. Things are starting to feel a lot more natural. Doesn't feel like I have a big mouthpiece. There's no pain. I mean, if I can feel like this after day 12, after what I went through 12 days ago, imagine how I will feel 30 days out, 60 days out, 90, I mean a year. This is really becoming a part of me and it's feeling a lot more natural. And I'm starting to, and I know I've said in past videos, like smile is a little off, but even that is coming into place. So I have zero complaints and just good news. And my only complaint now is like, how come I didn't do this long before now? But I guess I never thought about implants or dentures, and probably my preconceived notion was that dentures was for older folks. And I had no idea, zero idea, because this would have been done a long time ago. But with that said, I really don't have much of an update except things are just going well and zero complaints. But I guess I can say, I mean, I'll just start. I mean, I say it now that I can't believe how I didn't do this earlier, but I think about a little over 10 years ago, that's when things really started to happen as far as like on a downward spiral with my teeth. Because I remember chewing gum when I used to chew gum, a feeling that came out, and I was like, and then shortly thereafter, one of my back teeth had cracked. And so from that point, it's like, well, I guess I can't chew gum. So, and because, it was a back tooth, I really, it's like, no big deal. No need for me to go to the dentist and do any of that. So I kind of just took a hands-off approach to it. And as, that was maybe 2011, 2012. And then 13, 14 happened. Then, another tooth cracked, another tooth broke, but they were all back teeth. So I didn't really feel like anything was like impacting me. So again, I ignored it. And then I started going to the dentist. I mean, it's like, I'm going to say like 2014, 15. I started going to the dentist and had a plan pretty much to fix teeth. Got a root canal in that time span. I started going and get cleanings and deep cleanings twice a year. And then part of it was like an 18-month plan. And implants was talked about, which I thought was a good idea, but they had given me a partial, made me a partial denture until I guess they were ready. But I had a plan. So, I was going in. So they gave me a partial and they gave me this bad boy. They took out like, there was 5 teeth pretty much that this replaced. There's 3 teeth on this side and 2 on this side, and and actually this gave me back a little bit of my confidence back because I was able to open my mouth a little bit wider and you didn't see missing spots. So I was pleased with this. But I would say within a year, this started, well, these hooks right here, yeah, these hooks that, supported, I guess it supported the denture to keep things in place, hung, it hung on, these teeth. But I guess, and I couldn't eat with this. I mean, at all. It was easier for me to just take this bad boy out because I attempted to try to eat, and it was a disaster. Which I still had enough teeth to do what I had to do. So I mean, but these two hooks wore just really wreaked havoc on the two teeth that supported this partial. And so eventually one of the teeth broke. So this was like unstable on one side, and so rendered this pretty useless. So after that, and I should have went to the dentist and said, hey, this is what happened, but I didn't because during this time I was in a whole process of trying to do a lot of things. I was in the process of buying a house and just was focused, and then work was crazy at the same time. So dental work fell to the backside of my life. And then when up purchasing my house, it was further. It was about but in this traffic, it was about maybe 30 to 45 minutes away, depending on traffic. And so, and it was in between work and home. I'm like, right now, I really didn't. So I fell off my plan that I had and did not go to the dentist. So, and then, so we're talking about 2018. And from 2018 to, well, last year, things just another tooth, another crack, another whatever. And then I started seeing separation, from my bottom. I had teeth start separating. So I just had a gap that I never really had down here. And then, inside, the top two teeth, it was breaking on the inside. So I just had all this stuff happening all at the same time. And then, so I would say 2 years ago, I mean, that's when I really started noticing like how jacked up my teeth were. If I didn't know before, but then, within these last 2 years, I noticed how bad my teeth were, and then started noticing how great other folks' teeth were. I'm like, oh my God. And I remember it must have been like October, November, where I was eating something and then a tooth came out, and that kind of like was whoa. Kind of, I'm gonna say it devastated me, but it really put me in a funk where, okay, now you really gotta hide your smile because you got this gap right here that's noticeable if I open up too wide. And then, and I really didn't know, because I know it had been like since about 4 or 5 years since I had last been to dentist at this point. And so I was just really kind of down on myself and didn't know what to do. So then my wife starts sending me stuff. So it's like, hey, they do work here. They can. And so this is like, so she's into TikTok. I'm not. So she starts sending me these videos, which was a hint. She wasn't sending me anything being mean or with any malice, like, hey, whatever. She was actually trying to help. But she sent me, the link that she sent me was like to some Australian dentist. I'm like, well, how does this help me? I'm like, they got like dental offices in like Australia. Not going to help me because I'm not traveling anywhere to do it. So then about a couple of weeks later, she had sent me a link to a local advanced dental practice. So I just filled out the, online stuff, kind of checked it out. It made sense. Someone called me back, and it's made it sound so easy and so cost effective within those initial paperwork. But, again, once we went there, had a consultation, and then they gave me different levels of treatment, and how, the price that they told me to fix everything tip top, best of the best, was like 50,000. I'm like, whoa. I had to have them repeat that. Did you just say 50,000? Yeah. I'm like, wow. So they wanted to do, hey, let's just see what we can do with financing. And once they came back with a price, if, hey, we go this route, you don't have to get the best of best. We can do somewhere, into the intermediate area. It'll be this much. But, once they came back with the credit, I'm like, I'm not financing that, where the finance charges was enormous, and I'm like, that does not make sense, and I'm not going to pay that, put myself in a bind to pay crazy finance charges. I mean, it'd be one thing to pay, just for, the principal loan amount in itself. But it's another thing when you're paying almost, I want to say almost double as far as fine. By the time you finish paying for it, I mean, get out of here. So I wasn't doing it. So I came back and told him, like, well, I'm not going to finance that. I will try to, get some funds together and see what we can come up with. And that's what eventually happened, kind of split the difference. This got the implant here. So there's an implant, full bridge. And then this is a denture up here. So they did that. We went that route, and that was the best route for me. I didn't finance anything because that wasn't going to work for me. And so I pulled money together, resources, and got, paid for the surgery. So now, in the future, I don't know in the near future or how far away, maybe I'll get this, implants done up here. But right now, I'm gonna see how the denture goes, and take it from there. Right now, I'm happy, so I'm in no rush to do anything right now. So I'm happy, and there's no regrets there. I can't say enough. Wish I would have done this way sooner than I did. So that's the story of pretty much my journey leading up to this. And I will say this. So in January, I had a tooth that actually, it was like it's my tooth right here, and half of it broke off. Like, it was meeting something like simple. It was something soft, but next thing I know, I knew the feeling, because like, okay, this is foreign. I'm like, please. And it was half of my tooth, and I ended up taking it. Mad. Now, if I hadn't already spoke to the advanced dental practice that I was dealing with at the time, because this happened in January, and I had the initial contact with them beginning of the year, early January, and this happened like in the middle of January, towards the latter part of January, and I lost that tooth. I swear to you, if I did not have a plan in place where I saw light at the end of the tunnel, that would have devastated me. Because at that point, I was looking really bad, and I really, really had to like keep my lips down, don't smile too much. You do this, and like ha ha ha, stuff like that. I was making sure I was keeping these teeth on lock. No one was going to see that craziness. And so, but if I didn't have this plan in place, I really did not know what I would have done. I ain't gonna say mental state would have been like shaky, whatever, but my confidence would have been shot if I didn't have a plan in place. So thank God I did. So I just had to adjust over the last, January, then February, until March, when the surgery, once we got things scheduled and we finalized things. So thankful for that, because this could not happen at a better time, because I have 2 business meetings that I'm traveling for, one in the next couple of weeks and another one in May. And I am confident all get out that I don't have to hide nothing. I don't have to do anything crazy. And I will have the confidence to go there and be happy, confident, and just in a great mental state. So that will wrap up this video. I know I probably start rambling, but that's all I got. So until next time, see you.